It's spring, late May or early June. The female deer looks for a quiet place in the meadow to bear her young. Hidden by the tall grass, she lies on her side to give birth. When 2/3 of the fawn is exposed, the doe stands up so that the fawn can slide out by its own weight. Normally, the doe gives birth to 2 fawns. She immediately cleans them and feeds them. Within a few hours, as soon as the fawns are strong enough, the doe leads them further into the meadow. She leaves them in separate locations, sometimes placing them more than 40 meters apart. This precaution ensures that one fawn could be saved if the other were found by a predator. The doe feeds her young 2 or 3 times daily. She gently massages the fawns with her tongue to stimulate their bowel and bladder movements. By the second day, she encourages her fawns to feed standing up. After feeding time, the fawns lie motionless in the grass for hours, while the doe patrols the meadow, always on the alert for predators, like the red fox. The fawn's only protection is their camouflage color and the absence of almost any scent. By remaining motionless, they avoid the fox's attention. Keeping still has proved to be successful. The watchful mother diverts the fox and frightens it away. Humans present a much greater danger to the newborn fawns. Discovering the fawn in time, the farmer wraps it in hay so that it will not take on a human scent and places it out of danger. The fawn's call of distress signals its location to the doe. She reassures her newborn by feeding it immediately, a common behavioral response among many mammals. No more than 5 or 6 days old, the young fawns begin instinctively to imitate their mother. follow her around the meadow as she searches for food. Imitating her movements, they chew and swallow their first clover flowers. After about 10 days, the fawns frequently dare to search for food on their own. When they are 2 or 3 weeks old, the fawns begin to test their speed and agility. Their wild and energetic leaps do not disturb the tranquility of the mother. From May to August, the deer stay in a meadow where there is sufficient protection and food. By the end of July, the dots on the fawns' coats have almost disappeared. By the end of summer, the doe is now ready to mate again. Her fawns remain a short distance away from the mating place. And beginning a mating ritual that may last several days. The buck's persistence, however, eventually leads to mating. After the doe has mated with the buck, she returns to her young fawns. Even though she now has less and less milk to give them, the doe continues to feed her fawns for several weeks. With the approach of cold weather, a yearling returns to her mother. The doe and her young go to spend the winter in the protective confines of the forest.